Dr. Lily Chang, members of the Falun Dafa organizations, Friends of the Falun Gong, supporters of human rights in China and around the world, ladies and gentlemen. This past year has seen an escalation in the official Chinese brutality and repression against its own people. The naming of Chinese human rights activist Liu Xiaobo as the Nobel Peace Prize winner last fall enraged Beijing, and the sudden political changes in the Middle East led Chinese rulers to order an intensified crackdown on the internet, on journalists, and on human rights activists. The paranoid leaders in Beijing even banned the traditional Chinese folk song, Jasmine Flower, fearing that it was a link to the Jasmine Revolution. And Falun Gong practitioners were unfortunately special targets of this renewed crackdown. At least 26 practitioners have died due to the abuse in custody since the beginning of this year. Several of these victims died after being held in brainwashing centers where torture and application of psychedelic drugs were used to force them to renounce Falun Gong. These latest victims are added to the total recorded number of 3,434 Falun Gong practitioners who have died as a result of various forms of persecution since 1999. And better said, it is not that they have died, it is that they have been killed by the Chinese regime. Additionally, human rights lawyers like Mr. Gao, who have advocated for the rights of the Falun Gong and other victims of Chinese repression, continue to disappear or be imprisoned. These murders, these kidnappings, these other egregious human rights abuses should serve as an alarm bell to all persons of conscience throughout the world. They serve as a reminder as to the lengths and the depths that the cruel old men in Beijing will go to retain their bloody grip on power. The persecution of Falun Gong must end, and it must end now. We recently marked a very sad anniversary, the 90th anniversary of the founding of the Chinese Communist Party that was founded in 1921. And it's a sad fact as Communist Chinese continues its ascent as a major power that we have belatedly come to realize that we may have declared victory over world communism prematurely. The Iron Curtain may be gone, but the bamboo curtain remains. And as unreformed communist China threatens to dominate not only the Asian region, but the other parts of the world beyond, that should cause us great concern. It is essential that all freedom-loving people show their solidarity and support with the oppressed in China by speaking out against the persecution of the Falun Gong and by embracing such courageous figures of conscience such as His Holiness the Dalai Lama. President Obama has only 2 days left before His Holiness ends his 10-day stay in Washington. So I say to our President, do not be timid in the face of Chinese bullying and Chinese threats. Do not bow before the Chinese demands that we not conduct military exercises with our South Korean and Philippine allies, and that we cut our defense budget. I say to the President, speak out for human rights in China. Speak out against repression of the Falun Gong. And I ask the same of Vice President Biden when he visits Beijing next month. Americans must stand with the Falun Gong and with the repressed and oppressed and persecuted throughout the world. This is our constitutional responsibility. This is our national creed. We stand with the oppressed, not with the oppressor. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you very much.